let's do some warm-up question. CP Felix Gong, can you please list out the position that you have taken in JCI and also in your career?
Actually, the only position I hold was the charter president.
Okay, I see.
That's the only position I actually held in JCI.
I see.
I did not go to the national level.
Second question is, what made you become a JCI PJ member, and what attracted you to this NGO?
Okay, yeah. I think when I came back from studies in the UK sometime in the 70s, so I think some of you may not even been born yet.
Yeah.
So after working for a couple of years, I actually decided to set up my accounting practice. And at that time, I think all of you all know that Senator Patrick Wong and Senator DJ Lutz, they actually moved to PJ to work. And I think being active JCs, I think both of them were actually president in their hometown. And at that time, I do not know any of them. So there's a common friend by the name of Louis Wu. But now he has actually passed away, the late Louis Wu. And he was actually my client at that time. And he actually approached me to ask me whether I would be interested to set up this JCI PJ. And I think at that time I was 29 years old and not involved in any of the NGO. Have not been involved. So when they mentioned JCs, tell you frankly, I don't know what is JCs all about.
Oh.
And of course I did some research. At that time you cannot Google. There's no such thing as Google. Then you can get all the information. So you just have to chat with other people who are involved. I think the sponsor chapter was KL. So to check with some of those people there. And of course I spoke to Lutz as well as Patrick Wong. And to find out exactly what JCs is all about. And after speaking to them, I found that actually it's quite interesting because it's actually for youngsters, young people, as well as a personal development organization. And so because of that, I told them that I'm quite keen and I don't mind, to start the process to actually register the chapter, which I did. And I think, as you know, this was sometime in, I think, 1980. So on the 21st April 1981, it was actually formally registered. And I was elected as the charter president. And I think the second question is that what actually attracted me to be a member.
JCI.
From after speaking to all those JCs who have many years experience, they told me that it's basically a leadership development organization, personal and leadership development organization. And one thing that's being taught is actually public speaking. And also the other thing I actually learned is how to conduct meeting, how to chair meeting. And this sort of thing, during my studies, I have not been taught of how to speak in public and how to chair meeting and how to conduct meeting. All this I doesn't know, and I never learned through my studies. And because of this, through JCs, I actually found it very useful in my professional career. So this is something I like to thank JCs for teaching me, these two, public speaking as well as how to chair meeting.
What positive change did you see yourself in yourself after joining JCI PJ?
I think positive change is obviously that I was able to speak in public, whether in front of 10 person or even in front of 500 person. So that is a positive change, and what is also another thing that I see myself is that in my professional career, I normally have to conduct meeting, how to chair meeting, and through JCs I also learned this. So as I said, it actually helped in my professional career, how to chair meeting, and this is something very positive.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I find it very inspiring. Is the JCI Creed, which I think you all know, the faith in God, give meaning and purpose to human life, brotherhood transcends the sovereignty of nation, economic justice can best be won by free men and free enterprise, and so on. But I don't know who wrote the creed. I find it is actually something that all of us should actually use this as a guide for us to in life, as some sort of guide. So this thing I find very, very useful and meaningful.
Yes, I agree with you, CP Felix. Okay, so the next question. What are the things that you like about JCI PJ?
The thing about JCI PJ, that was when I was involved 40 years ago. And up to now, some of them are still friends. Your friends 40, we joined 40 years ago, and some of them, we are still friends. Like people like Nelson, like Lutz. Of course, Patrick Wong is not around, but the wife, Cindy Wong, Cindy. Cindy was actually a charter member. And I'm still in contact with her. So there are a few of them I'm still in contact. And Richard Wee, of course, Richard Wee has passed away. The wife, I'm still in contact with her. So it's exactly a long-lasting friendship. This is what I like about JCs.
Yep, that's very good. Okay, the next question. What are the greatest or proudest moment or achievement or any funny moment during your time in JCI PJ?
I think, of course, the greatest achievement is that I managed to register JCI PJ, and also we had the installation. Installation was actually held 12 September 1981. So this is also an achievement. And probably my greatest achievement was that I have to give a welcome speech at this IAB, which in fact this is the first time I'm speaking in front of, I think at that time maybe about 200 people who attended. So first time I'm speaking in front of 200 people. So this is, to me, I consider it quite an achievement to have it register, have the IAB, and give my welcome speech.
Yeah, that's a really great achievement. Okay, so who is the most memorable person during your time in JCI PJ and why?
I don't have any specific person. I can think of that when the chapter was formed, there are about 20 members. And all these 20 members, except the founder, all these 20 members hardly know anything about JCs.
Yeah.
So it's just that we work together, and we struggle together to get it through, at least the first year lah. So this I found it very meaningful, like that all the 20 of us who are started this chapter are hardworking and make sure they go through the first year lah. Because sometimes, if you don't go through the first year, you may just collapse.
Yeah, I know it's not easy, but it's very memorable. Yeah. Okay, so the next, this is a good question. Can you tell something that others didn't know about you?
Actually, I don't think I have any of this special skill, but what I actually learned when I went through JCs is that I actually found that I quite like to be in this NGO to serve in the community. This is something I found very meaningful, and even after JCs, I was involved in a few other organizations, NGO, and not only got involved, but also got involved in leadership role as well. So this is something I actually discovered that I like. So before, after I got involved in JCs.
The last question. Can you describe yourself in 5 words? For example,
I think it's difficult for me to describe myself, but from what other people tell me, they always say I'm a person of few words, and also humble as well. That's what other people tell me. So it's up to you all to judge me.
I see.
What is your most difficult moment in JCI PJ, and how you
overcome
through it? Yeah,
I think the very difficult moment is that being new to JCs, and this is a new chapter. Firstly, you must learn what JC is all about, what other people are doing. No doubt we have some people who can advise us, but eventually it's yourself that you must take the initiative to find out more about JCs and what we can do, and also my fellow committee members, they are just as blur as me, so they also don't know what JC is all about, So you just have to, motivate them and work together, to actually build up a new chapter. So that is the difficult part,
So my question to CP Felix. So may I know that what is the first event that organized by JCI PJ in the first year? Besides, I think installation. Then what are the first? What is the first?
Of course, the first thing we did was the installation. I think if I can remember correctly, the other event that we organized, because we are at that time we emphasize a lot of training and leadership development. If I can remember correctly, we actually organized courses in terms of public speaking, in terms of how to chair a meeting and meeting procedure. So this, if I'm not mistaken, we actually got JCI KL to get speaker to come to our club to conduct the training. So that is what we have done.
Because nowadays the internet is so convenient. Whenever we want any information or we want to find any networking, we just search on the internet, Google, everything will be there, very convenient. But I just want to understand in your time, in the 1980s, how you, let's say, if you want to know what's the parliamentary course, what's your information source, and also if you want to find some networking for some event, how you're going to contact these people. Because for our young generation, it's really difficult to imagine a world without internet.
Yes.
Now it's so convenient because anything you don't know, you just Google and then you can find out what is it all about. Huh?
Yeah.
So I suppose during my time where we don't have this internet and Google and whatever, we just had to speak to someone who has the experience. Like you want to find out more about JCs, then you just have to speak to those JCs who have joined maybe 10 years experience, and then you have to speak to them. And of course, at that time, you don't have internet. It's all hard copies. So you just have, there will be some books on JCs, some notes on JCs. You just have to get copies of this and start reading. So that's what we do. Yeah.
Hi, CP.
Hello.
Just now I heard you say you're having a lot of training, leadership training during first year. That time I think we don't have secretariat yet, right? Then where do you conduct all this training?
Oh yeah, it all depends, because sometimes we have JCs who lend us their office, so we may conduct training there, and I think at that time we are quite poor, which don't have much fun, so we normally have to borrow offices to where the meetings are being conducted, and of course JCKR being our mother chapter, so we will, if they have a place, we will use their premises.
That's good. Okay. Name all.
In fact, now I think the younger generation are very lucky compared to us.
Yeah.
You have your own secretariat. You're not sure about certain things. You just Google and then you can get an answer straight away.
Yeah.
The only bad thing is we have too many information. we have to review. We have to review.
That's right. Yeah.
And CP, by that time, how do you recruit new member? Because you start up the new chapter, already have 20 members altogether with you, or you slowly put all these members?
Initially, probably we can gather about maybe 10 or maybe less than 10. Then slowly we actually expanded to 20.
What is your tips?
And not easy. So it's not easy.
Friends and family.
Not like JCPJ now. You got something to show, no? We got nothing to show, no? So I think those who join us at that time are mainly friends, no? Friends. You ask them to join. They also cannot tell them too much what the JC is all about, because our knowledge is also limited, no? So as a friend, they will just join, just to support us.